friends, Christian here with Brick Life Crisis, and today we have a LEGO Batman movie set. This is set 70919, the Justice League Anniversary Party, and if you look in the top left corner, you'll notice that I got this on sale. Retail on this is $30. Walmart normally had it at $27.94, which is a little bit of a discount anyway, but as you can see, I got it for 13 bucks. Not too bad. I'm not a huge fan of the superhero stuff. I mean, I haven't been into comic books or anything like that since I was, I don't know, probably a freshman in high school. But this one kind of caught my eye because of this. You've got these speakers and the DJ setup here, which I thought was kind of cool and might be fun for customs later. But the more I looked at this and I saw some of these more obscure characters like El Dorado, Green Arrow, and Hawk Girl, it's just some rarer figures, I guess. So that was kind of cool. And then you got the little dog down there and stuff. So anyway, I picked it up when I saw it on clearance. So let's open it up and take a look. So this is kind of unique. We have a couple different sets of wings for Hawk Girl. There's a in-flight wing and then I guess a resting wing. And those are just printed on this vinyl sheet. And it's perforated so they just pop right out. Alright, and here we have it, the Justice League Anniversary Party, featuring Wonder Dog, Hawk Girl, El Dorado, Superman, and Green Arrow. Let's take a look at the stage a little bit closer, and let's look at each of these minifigures and Wonder Dog. And of course we have Superman. We've gotten Superman in many sets in the past. This is a pretty good one. It's got a very muscular build. Of course, that signature Superman emblem there. The print on the torso is quite good, and just basic red for the waist piece, which is perfectly appropriate, and blue legs. He's got a nice face, and of course that signature Superman curl on his hair. He's got a nice red cloth cape, and if we lift that up, see just a little bit of print on the back of the torso. He does have an alternate face. If we turn the hair around, you can see just a little bit of a worried expression or something. His eyebrows are a little furrowed, but I like the happier face for this party scene. This is El Dorado. This character was created specifically for the animated series, and I think this was kind of an early attempt at diversity in media, which is admirable, especially for the time. You can kind of think of him as like almost like an Aztec Superman or something. He had superhuman strength, telepathy, some other abilities. He could, conjure images and things like that. He's kind of an Aztec luchador kind of looking guy. Some kind of cool print, and it lines up nicely between the waist piece and the torso. Dual molded legs for those boots, along with some printing there. His face print is good. His hair is, I think, normally used as female hair, but it works well for him. He has a red cape, similar to Superman's, and if you flip that up, you can see just a little bit more print on the back, and the back of those dual molded boots. He does have an alternate face. If we turn his hair around, you can see he's got a little bit of a concerned expression there, or maybe he's yelling, it's hard to tell. But again, for the party scene, I like that face. Here we have Hawk Girl. This is an interesting inclusion. Hawk Girl originated back in 1940. Her first appearance was in Flash Comics from DC, and there have actually been several different versions of this character. Her name and backstory have changed a few times over the years, so it's a little bit muddy, the history of this one. The original 1940 version, she came from another planet called Thanagar, and it's also where Hawkwoman and Hawkman came from. She has a special belt that you can see there printed on her waist piece, that's made of a special metal called Nth, and that is a metal that kind of communicates with its wearer, which gives her special abilities like superhuman strength and with the aid of these special wings, she has the ability to fly. She has some relatively fast speed and uses all kinds of medieval type weapons like spears and swords and hammers and shields and that sort of thing. So kind of an interesting character. As I said, she went through a couple of different incarnations, but she was also part of the Justice League animated series, and that's why you see her here. She has a nice helmet here with the wings emblazoned on it. It's kind of a cool mold. She has a relatively happy face there, and then a more worried face there. These wing pieces are kind of interesting. Let me show you how that works. So the wings are that vinyl material that I showed you a little bit earlier, and then there's this clear sort of backpack piece that they slip over, and then you have these two kind of yellow gold round plates, or tiles rather, that hold it in place. And there are two sets of wings. There's this one, which is just kind of the standing pose, and then there is a flight pair that I haven't taken out of the thing yet, but those are just, spread out a bit, so you've got a larger wingspan, and you can simulate flight with that. And then this guy was up in there. But kind of a cool way to make that happen and give your character a couple different possible poses with the wings. And yeah, this is kind of a neat inclusion. They could have easily just put another Wonder Woman and Batman and stuff in here, but they chose some of these more obscure characters that might not have gotten a minifigure of them. So, pretty cool. And here we have the Green Arrow. Green Arrow first appeared in 1941 in DC Comics, but he was a regular on the Justice League animated series. This figure is pretty well done. You've got the bow and arrow and quiver in this green color. Dual molded legs and some nice print there on the legs as well. The torso print is quite good, and it's got the strap for the quiver going diagonally across. He's got a mask and a smile on his face. No alternate face, of course, because you'd see it from behind. I like that hat with the little feather in it. The character was re-released in it was a Frank Miller book that came out shortly after the Dark Knight series of Batman, those graphic novels. I remember getting those and thinking they were pretty cool. He's similar to Batman in that he's a wealthy guy that fights crime by night and does his best to keep crime down in his city. He's from Star City and Seattle are the cities that he is known for. And then one of the things he does is use specialized arrows with like grappling hooks or nets or explosives, that sort of thing. And he's got all kinds of trick shots. He's an accomplished archer, obviously. Anyway, kind of another cool inclusion. Not a super popular hero these days, so it's kind of nice to be able to get him in a set that, as I said, could have easily just been filled with more popular characters, but it's kind of nice that they included some less common ones in this set. This is Wonder Dog. It's not the best likeness because it's using an existing mold, just in this kind of bluish color. He was kind of a bluish gray, I guess, in the TV series. Wonder Dog was created for the Justice League animated series. It came out in the, I think, in mid to late 60s, maybe early 70s. And then later was put into actual DC Comics. But the TV series was created by Hanna-Barbera, and as such, the dog, as I remember, looked a little bit like Scooby-Doo, just a little bit wider face, a little more muscular build, but similar style of animation. This green cape is very similar to the capes that the minifigures use, just the holes are slightly larger to accommodate having to fit over the head and the ears there. But not bad. It's kind of a fun inclusion. This is the main play area. As you can see, we have the Justice League sign back here. Those are a couple of stickers. We'll take a closer look at that in just a moment. We have a DJ booth up here with some speakers on either side, and there's a rotating platform for dancing and that sort of thing, with some lights hanging up. It's kind of cool. Let's take a closer look. So as you can see, we have some of these rope pieces that are used to string these kind of star-shaped lights. There's a little bit of light detail down there with the trans pink and trans light blue pieces. We have the speakers on either side. The DJ booth is pretty cool. We'll take a closer look at that in just a moment. There's the other speaker. And then this is that platform that we have some trans blue, trans green, and trans yellow lighted elements down there. They're not actually lighted, but they're supposed to suggest lighting. And then this is a rotating dance floor. That works by turning this knob on the back. Just spin that by hand, and that turns the plate so you can put a figure up there and make it look like they're dancing. Back here is the DJ area. There's this platform here that Wonder Dog can stand on, and then you can flip that up, and then we have that little element there that allows a minifigure to stand in place. So that's kind of cool. They give you the option to either put Wonder Dog or one of the figures there. These consoles here for the DJ booth are stickers, unfortunately, but they're really well done. And then, of course, you have the Batman-themed records. I like what they've done with the antenna pieces being used as a tone arm and the needle for the records. We also have those two consoles, the slope pieces that are used as record player controls. Pretty cool overall. I like them. The speakers are kind of nice. Those are made up of black 2x4 bricks, and then they're just held up on the black cone piece with the black antenna piece, and then they just have a couple of gray, dark gray dish pieces to act as the speaker drivers. The Justice League sign is also a pair of stickers on these 2x4 tiles. I got them lined up as closely as I could, but the anniversary is still kind of cut off there at the end. It's not perfect, but it looks okay from a distance anyway. So yeah, that is the 57th annual anniversary party set. This set normally retailed for $30 in the US. Walmart typically had it at $27.94. They often will discount sets a little bit. I got it, as I said, on clearance for $13, which I thought was a great value. Is it worth the full retail price? That's, of course, subjective. For me, it was not. I wasn't going to buy this at full retail. In fact, I probably wouldn't have even bought it at $20. It was on sale a while back for $21, and I still didn't get it. It wasn't until I saw it on clearance at $13 that I finally bit the bullet. I think the figures are good, as I said, but they weren't enough in and of themselves to make me want to pay retail or even a regular sale price for this. My real reason for buying the set actually was the DJ equipment, which I thought was very cool. So if you're a big DC fan, if you're a big Justice League fan, if you're a collector of less common minifigures, then this is probably worth the price even at full retail. If you can find it on clearance, even better. But yeah, it's a little bit of a judgment call, I suppose, just based on where your interest is. It's got some cool elements and some cool minifigures, so it's worth picking up, certainly, if you can find it on sale. In any event, that's that. And that about wraps it up for this one. This has been Christian with Brick Life Crisis. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And more than anything, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.